So, drone handheld stabilizers, coming right up. What's up, all you drone maniacs? Welcome back to Drone Logic for your drone and tech related info from my point of view. So when it comes down to drones, you know the emphasis is always about getting them in the air. Again, they're just simply flying cameras. You know, you put a flying camera up to get footage from a bird's eye view, the view that most people never actually really get to see. And that's really the beauty of drones. That's what they give us, is that viewpoint. Now, from time to time, though, if you are a licensed pilot or if you are a professional pilot doing professional work, it's going to require you jobs are going to require you to get shots from the ground with a DSLR camera. But you can use your drone for that good. If you don't have a DSLR, or if you want to match colors up, then you can use one camera to do everything. Now, I ran into this twice with drone base. This was both missions required you taking pictures from the ground. I used a drone in both cases. The first mission, I just got the drone up in the air at eye level, and honestly, that was better because you were able to move the drone around a lot quicker than just walking, and you got the job done. Now, the second mission, though, unfortunately, this was in Class B airspace, and it was so close to the airport that the launch authorization was 0, so you couldn't put the drone up in the air. In that case, I just held the drone, and at that point I was thinking, I wonder if there's some type of stabilizer, handheld mount, something that you can use to make it easier to hold the drone, and lo and behold, there wasn't at the time, but I checked and found out that they are. Now I'm going to talk about the stabilizers that I have for my drones, that being the Mavic 2, the Air 2S, and the Mini 2. And I'm going to start with the Mavic 2 and the Air 2S because these kits are so similar. Now, they both come with a clamp to hold the drone, and they both come with a controller mount. Also, you have the option for each one to get a cell phone holder. I went with the remote controller mount. Also, each one comes to a tripod stand. Now, the thing about it, what makes these kits are so great, is that all parts are really interchangeable. You mean you can use any controller mount for any one of the clamps, right? You can use any one of the tripods. All this stuff is very interchangeable, and I even use the Air 2S clamp on the Mavic 2, and it fit. It worked. So all of these things are very much interchangeable. Now, in order to install the clamp onto the drone, you don't have to remove the props, although it'd be a lot easier to deal with if you remove the props. But it's simply what you want to do is you want to make sure you rotate the props out of the way, and therefore it'll just make it easier to put on, and there's less work, you know, taking the props off and then trying to put them back on when you need them. But it is easier to take the props off, no doubt about it. But now for the Mini 2, the Mini 2 is different because the Mini 2, it wasn't a kit. It just simply was this little clamp here. And this is basically fashioned in the same as the prop holders that come with the Mini 2. And simply, you know, it doesn't come with a tripod or anything. It doesn't come with a holder for your controller or anything. But what it does have, I like, is besides having the threading on the bottom, it also have the mount on the top where you can mount lights or anything, or if you want to, directly on top of it. So it does give you that option. Now, as far as tripod goes, I'm pretty sure that many people probably have tripods. It's not like it's an insurmountable thing that is, I mean, like just a deal breaker because it doesn't come with a tripod. You have tripods laying around, I'm pretty sure. Or you can actually, if you have one of the other kits, you can use the tripod for this. Okay, that's how interchangeable these parts are. Now, as far as mounting them, you can mount these drones either folded or unfolded. Let's say if you want to unfold the arms for display purposes. However, ideally, the best situation is to have them folded, because then it'd be a lot easier to maneuver and deal with while the drums are folded. But like I said, if you wanted to use these handheld, these clamps as means of displaying, or these kits as a means of displaying your drone, where you can easily mount them with the legs unfolded. I mean, with the arms unfolded. Again, that's the flexibility that you have with these kits. Now, as I said earlier, the main reason why you want to use any of these kits and use your drone for taking taking footage from the ground or from the interior, in which trying to put a drone up will be really unfeasible, is using the same camera to do everything. So therefore, you don't have to try and match up colors. This is one of the things that people will do in post. Professional pilots will do in post if they use a DSLR for, say, shots in the interior of a home. You're doing real estate, and you got your drone to get footage from the air. You don't have to try to match up the cameras because you use the exact same camera. Either way, though, these kits are very inexpensive, and I think really every professional pilot really truly should have these in their, basically in their portfolio as equipment, because I mean, like I said, it really comes in handy for that very regard. It just saves you a lot of time, in which you don't have to try and match up colors with all the different equipment that you use, the cameras and the different equipment you use. You got one camera, and you use that one camera to do all the jobs, and everything is in sync. But anyway, like, I'll put a link in the description to each one of the kits that I purchased. They're very inexpensive, and I can say, to me, it offers a great value for the amount of money you spend. Anyway, y'all, this has been my advice and my 2 cents on these handheld gimbals. I think I really love them. I mean, I like these gimbals, and like I said, they really will come in handy. And if I ever have a need for it, I have it. Anyway, y'all, as always, until next time.